Hello, my name is Mike Johnson. I want to talk you through adding an item in Blackboard. It's a fairly straightforward thing to do, but there are some things that we need to bear in mind. The first of those is that it must be legal. Well, of course it's going to be legal. I never break the law. Well, it's very easy to break the law in terms of copyright, and making a PDF version of an article available to students through Blackboard is actually breaking copyright, believe it or not. So there's a better way, and I'll tell you about that later. Second thing to say is that its location must be logical. Now, we fall foul of this quite a lot, but let's see, where could I put a journal article about learning and teaching? Amongst the timetables? Hopefully not. Here we are, there's a folder ready for it. In fact, oh yes, I remember, I used this before. Now that reminds me of another rule: you now own it. And I'm shocked to see that I had actually uploaded something that's really out of date now. And since Blackboard recycles everything the next time the module runs the following year, I've actually left a really old version of my presentation in here, and I need to get that out. When you upload things, you need to take ownership and remember that you own it. So how can I upload a new version of my presentation, or anything else for that matter? Click on Edit View in the top right hand corner in any content space. And when I click on Display View, we go back to again to see what the students can see, pretty much. Edit View and Display View. Okay. In Edit View, I get this toolbar which now allows me to add all of these items and lots more. But simply to add in a new version of this presentation, click on the Item button, and then I can add a title. I can add some explanatory text underneath that. I can use formatting with it, and then just a case of finding the correct file. Oh yes, there's the updated version. Click on Open, and my fifth point there is about tracking views. I don't really recommend you do this, or at least use it very sparingly. It doesn't mean an awful lot to know that a student has clicked on something anyway, and that's all it's telling you. You can't really take from it that they've actually learned something from reading it, unfortunately. While we're waiting for that to upload, just say point 4, it must be accessible. We do have students with learning disabilities, and what you create, what you make available, must not disadvantage them. So that's a whole different subject on its own right, and I'd recommend that you looked into it. But now I want to tell you about adding in links rather than PDF versions of documents. So let me just do a bit of tidying up here. Click on Remove to get rid of that, and it really does go. So make sure you've got copies of things, because things have vanished out of Blackboard, and when that happens, they cannot really be brought back easily at all. So please make sure that you keep a copy of things elsewhere other than Blackboard. Now, if I want to provide a link to a journal article, it's just a case of clicking on into external link instead of item. And here's one I prepared earlier. Here's a journal article. And the question is, how can I provide a link direct to that within Blackboard? Well, some publishers are better at this than others. Informal World here, very explicit. Click on that word there, and they will give you on this page several links. You can see here there's a link to the article, the volume, the issue number, and etc. This is what we want, a link directly to the article. So if I right click on that and click on copy link location, then I can paste that into this space here, like so. As for the name, it's quite a good standard just to follow. you don't need to put the full reference in there, just go for the author's name perhaps, and the date and the title of the article. You can add in the full reference if you want right there. And when you click on submit, there we go, Neil Selwyn 2008, and that will launch the browser straight to the article. If I want to change the order here, I can just click on the buttons on the left hand side, and that's it. If you have any questions or suggestions, feel free to email me on johnsonml1@cardiff.ac.uk. Thank you.